next question. This question was asked from Zoe. Okay, I've got the stream up so I can see that it's her. Zoe's asked, "Hi Martin, we had our first RFI last week for our 820 visa, just asking for sponsorship form, which we submitted same day. Is this a good sign for it to be approved as they didn't ask for anything else? Also, do you have any idea on the time frame for a decision to be made?" So there's a few, let's decompact this. Firstly, it's good that you received an RFI. It suggests that there's movement on the application. However, it's not alarming, but it's also not surprising to hear that they've requested something that's already been submitted. You know, if you've already submitted the sponsorship form through the EMI portal, which is, I hope that's what you mean, and as long as that's had the correct Visa TRN number inserted in the sponsorship application form, there really should be no need for them to be requesting again. It might be that it's been missed. So what I might recommend you do is respond to that email in some way. I can try to find you the email inbox to write back to, because sometimes the RFI emails, you can't actually respond to that email particularly. So Zoe, just shoot me an email at martin@salvomigration.com.au, and I'll try to find you some contactable email inboxes from the department in terms of, partner visa processing. The government don't make these inboxes publicly available. You kind of just stumble on them in the profession, in the industry. There's some resources that we have access to that kind of keep us up to date on email inboxes, but the government don't make it easy to contact them. So if you've already submitted the sponsorship form online through the EMI portal, there should be no need for you to do that again. It's either been missed or something's wrong with the EMI portal, the EMI system. So I think just bringing it to their attention would be the first thing I would suggest you do. Is it a good sign? Yes, it's a good sign. I mean, any update, any communication from the department, aside from a refusal, is a good sign. It means that someone somewhere, a human, has picked up something and is looking at the application. Because the alternative to this type of request is nothing, as in you just don't hear from them until they request something or make a decision. So ultimately, a request for information is a good indicator, especially if it's combined with no other relationship evidence having been requested. So that to me indicates that if that's the only thing that's been asked for, it's hopefully in the pipeline to be finalized and decided. And this is, I suppose, the final part of your question is, how long for a decision once you provide what's been requested? Honestly, Zoe, that is so hard to say. We've had visas finalized, hours after attaching requested documentation, and on the other hand, we've had visas that have been still pending for multiple months after providing what's been requested. So you just never know where you're going to sit in that spectrum, and unfortunately, the waiting time really is the most painful part of a partner visa application, or any visa application, is how long it takes the government to finalize that application once everything's been provided, even if you were responding to a request for information. So I'm going to say it could be a matter of hours, or it could be multiple months that you might still be waiting for a decision after you attach the missing documentation, if there is an issue with the sponsorship form, or if you contact them and you say, hey, I've already provided the sponsorship form, there still could be multiple months of waiting, unfortunately. Now, Zoe, I think, Zoe, what you've said here, and this might clarify the issue a little bit, actually. So you've said, I hadn't submitted the first time. I forgot. I uploaded it the same day they put the RFI. So that to me suggests, Zoe, that maybe you uploaded a physical Form 40SP rather than submitting the online 40SP in the EMI portal. So there's a difference. I'll just jump to my browser, and my camera's right in my face and I can't see my screen. You don't want to complete this. This is not what's required. Okay, Form 40SP. That's an old form. Do not do that. I mean, it's not going to jeopardize the application, but it's just not the appropriate authorized Form 40SP anymore, and that could be why they've requested it from you. Okay, so kind of diagnosing what the issue could be here. It could be that I think you've attached the physical Form 40SP as opposed to submitting the online Form 40SP. Now, I can't log into my EMI account and show you where to go because we have client applications in there and there's sensitive data. But if you log into your EMI account and you go new application, so it's the same process you went through when you drafted the visa application form. So top left-hand corner, new application, family, partner, and then you'll see kind of where it says visa application form. Under there somewhere it's going to say sponsorship for a partner to migrate. That is the sponsorship form that they're requesting. Okay, so what you can do is, because you've already completed the physical Form 40SP, you already have all that info, all that data, you can just really type that across on the online form. You put the visa application TRN and you press submit. Okay, there's no cost to submit that sponsorship form. There's no need to attach any documentation to the sponsorship form checklist. It's just lodging it. So I think that's probably what's happened based on what you've said. I think you've uploaded a physical version of the old form that's no longer accepted, and that's why they're asking for the form again, but in the appropriate format, which is the electronic online form.